Hello again. Sorry it's been a little bit since I sent a video, but I got real busy working on the bakery and, birthdays and holidays. You guys have been busy too. So anyway, talked to your mom the other day and she had told me that you guys were pretty excited when I did the video with the nail showing the how it helped draw the heat in to the middle of the cake while it's baking. But she had also said that you all didn't actually know what the purpose of this little tool was, and maybe it was to clean the tips or something. And anyway, so I just wanted to make this video to show you what this is actually for. Using it in a cake to draw the heat to the center is just a trick. It's just, this is a handy tool to get that done. But that's not its actual intended purpose. This is called a flower nail. And you can see it, mine's a Wilton number 9. And I think they have some that are like bigger. And that's where, the number would be like a 10 would probably be bigger. I'm not really sure. But mine are all about the same size, so I don't know. Nevertheless, the way you use this, and the purpose of it, is to make buttercream flowers. The way that you use it is get your flower nail. You're going to need a little square of parchment paper. You're going to need buttercream. And that's kind of stiff. This might be a little soft right now, but it should be okay. And then you're going to need a flower tip. Now, today for this video, we're going to use a Wilton 103. And it looks like this. They have 102, 101, 104. They're all the same shape. They're just different sizes. So you can see this is a 3, this is a 4, 103, 104. And you can see the difference in how big it is. Okay, just, you can use whichever one you want, whatever you have. I'm just using the 103 because that's what I have. So, put on our tip with our coupler. Alright, we're going to start by putting a little smidge of buttercream right in the middle of the flower nail. Okay, this is so the parchment paper will stick to it. Easy peasy. Now, when we work with this specific tip, we work with the pointy side up and the fat side down, so it looks like a raindrop. Okay, we're going to start by making a cone. Now, when you hold your flower nail, you're going to hold it in your left hand, since we're right-handed, and you can spin it with your thumb. That way, your working hand, your buttercream hand, you're not trying to move in uncomfortable positions around the flower. This does the spinning. This can stay in relatively one spot or do very little moving. Okay, so we're going to start right in the middle. We're going to squeeze out a little and spin our nail. Yeah, my buttercream's pretty soft. And make a cone. This should be a cone. But my buttercream's a little too soft, so it's going to come out a little bit. You'll still be able to see what it is, but this should definitely be a little more cone-shaped. So be sure you have nice, stiff, slightly chilled buttercream to work with best. Okay, now we start by squeezing a little and making like a U shape. You see, I went from one side around the cone and made like a U shape, and I used my left hand to spin it. Okay, now we're going to start about midway here. We're going to do that exact same shape again. Midway, same shape. Midway, same shape. Midway, same shape. And you're just going to keep going all the way around, over and over. And what have we made? We've made a rose. my cone's a little funky, so it doesn't look quite right, but if I had more colder, stiffer buttercream, you would be able to see that cone a little better. But that's a rose, okay? And then what you do is you take your parchment off the nail and you put this in the freezer for 20 minutes or so. After that, it'll be nice and stiff and frozen. Then you get your plastic scissors that have this little fat thing on it, okay? These are flower scissors. And when this is frozen, it's going to be real stiff and easy to handle. But you don't want to grab it. You don't want to use your fingers because the heat from your fingers will still melt the petals. So we use our flower scissors. Oh, my buttercream's too soft. To pull the rose off the parchment and put it on our cake. Okay? I guess I should have had stiffer buttercream to do this with. Okay. Okay, center cone. Okay. Petal. 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 There we go. Much crisper, huh? It's a lot nicer. There we go. Now I have a pretty rose. And I'm going to put this in the freezer for a minute. Okay. This guy's been in the freezer for about 5 minutes because I'm impatient. And probably should go a little longer, but that's okay. So as you can tell, it's pretty stiff. But even when I just touch it, you know, the buttercream does start to melt. So that's why your flower scissors are so important. Look at that. And that's what those big wide spots on the scissors are for, just to give a base for that flower. And then you just set it on your cake and voila, now you have rose, buttercream rose on your cake. So I hoped that was educational for you. See, that's frozen. And I hope you give it a try and have some fun making some buttercream flowers. Just do, you can do a YouTube search for buttercream flower tutorials, and you'll get lots of different instructions on how to use all these variety of tips for different types of flowers, daisies, and I think orchids, and marigolds, and just about any flowers you can think of, you know, you can make with buttercream. So do a YouTube search for that and get to practicing and have fun. Bye-bye.